Okay, so for those new here, welcome, first of all. My name is Johnny, Johnie, and I am the Tarot's apprentice. That's what I call myself because I am an understudy for the spirit. And over here, this is where I started my readings at this very table. I don't do this thing here. I don't do this. This is the widescreen or letterbox or whatever the hell you call it. I don't know. I don't do that. I do this. Okay? Because this is how I like it. I don't get on camera all the time because I don't want to. And so, welcome once again. I am not a spiritual guru, so don't pasteurize me, as I call it, which is Pastor. Don't put me on a scale of some sort of religious teacher, because I'm not. This is not an unbiased channel. It is biased. I don't want to say I don't like Donald Trump, but I think he's a dangerous nincompoop. I don't apologize for saying that. I will never apologize for saying that. I think he is dangerous. And therefore, I approach my readings as such. But I do read what the cards say. So if it says he's a good person, I'm going to tell you that. If it doesn't say that, then it's not going to say that. If you do not care for that, that is fine. I don't begrudge you in your opinion. Start your own channel. I agree. I encourage people to do this. It's free. Point the camera and click. Boom. There you go. That's all you got to do. And as you see, you don't even have to be on camera for those who are camera shy. So, there are two things also I want to cover in this video. I'm going to do this again for those who are new to the party. For the people in the back, as they say. This is Donald Trump for a lot of people. Now, again with the bias, I would probably call him a fool because he is a fool, but this is how he comes up. And it's not just me. You go to anybody who uses tarot cards and they talk about Donald Trump, they're going to get this at some point. And what the Fool is, for those learning tarot, it is a new journey. It's a beginning. It is taking a leap of faith. Not being completely prepared for the new journey, but you take it anyway. That's what the base meaning of the Fool is. But in its negative, it can be very naive. It can lead to doom, death, and destruction because you leapt off that cliff without thinking. And as you can see, there's clouds and weirdness and stuff going on down here. So it could be a dangerous thing to just leap off the cliff with your eyes closed. So, that's that. He comes up in the tarot as the Fool. I have these cards. They're called the Madame Endoras fortune-telling cards. They're just another form of divination. It's just like oracle cards or anything else. In that deck is a card called Medusa. This has been the card that's been coming up for me for Donald Trump. Jealousy leads to downfall. In the book, I will look it up and read it for you. And then give you my short knowledge on what the Medusa is. I'm not a lore person when it comes to things like this. Medusa represents envy and corruption of beauty. This tragic mythical being may also signify an act of jealousy, jealous rage, exile, or harsh punishment. Excessive jealousy will lead to downfall. So this is the card that comes up for me for Donald Trump, not because of jealousy, but because Medusa is pretty in the face. She is a seductress. But if you look at her, she turns you to stone. This is her being cursed with, I guess, isolation and loneliness, quite honestly, because that's what a jealous person also is going to end up doing, is isolating themselves by pushing everybody else out. And so people are tempted to go near the Medusa, but the moment they do, they're turned into stone and then they're inanimate. And so she's alone anyway. The only way that she was defeated is when she looks at her own reflection. Narcissism. Narcissism is deadly. And so, these are the two cards that I get for Donald Trump. Or you can cut her head off, but that was a little macabre. So, she sees her own reflection, she could be defeated. So, I'm going to do another reading. Why is he the fool? And then I'm going to do a separate, why is he Medusa? Now, what I believe, he is the fool because he is impulsive, like the Fool card. He acts without thinking. He speaks without thinking. He thinks without thinking. So it's one of those things. As far as Medusa goes, those around him, the closer they get to him, the more danger they fall into. And just look at the list. Roger Stone, Mike Flynn, Paul Papadopoulos, or whatever his name, George Papadopoulos, Michael Cohen, and the list goes on. All these people, that the closer you get to him, the worse your life becomes. So let's start with the Fool. Let's start with the Fool. Why is he the Fool? Because the cards are coming up that way, which means, and it's not an insult. Spirit is not judging us because of our action. It's trying to give us more chances, but it is going to tell us the truth. If you don't like that, then figure out, not you personally, but if you don't like being called the fool, then figure out what it is you're being foolish about and then change it, right? So, one card in the middle for around and one on top. Strength. 6 of coins. 8 of wands. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Wands. So the Fool card, why is he the Fool? With the 6 of Pentacles, all of this is about sharing. So the 8 of Wands is giving out information. The 6 of Wands is giving out money or information. This is new opportunity with the Ace of Coins, and then this is the Page of Wands, which is talking, and then the Strength card, that is his strength. His superpower is his voice. So, why is he the Fool? Because the 8 of Wands is also a very quick and rapid energy, and that is his strength, is this impulsiveness. This quick and rapid energy, this giving without thinking, this not giving money, but giving this information without thinking. There is a lot that comes out of him with this Page of Wands, but it's not mature. Like the information isn't matured. It's not vetted. It's not even real half the time. So, or most of the time, unfortunately. But it's one of those things where this impulsivity, this action without thought. Because there are no swords here. Swords cover the mental. There are no swords. This is all impulse. Let me talk, and that is my superpower. Because people who have something to hide or want to put a band-aid on the ugliness of their life, often speak it up. Oh, I'm doing so great. Oh, I'm doing so wonderful. Oh, this, and this. And meanwhile, they just don't want you to look at how horrible and, this big pile of mess that their life really is. The impulsiveness. The thinking without thinking. That is why he is the Fool. It's not an insult, it's just a thing. It's an adjective. So, the Medusa. Why is he the Medusa? the Emperor. Yeah. Death. Yeah. Nine of Swords. There they go. Yeah. Three of Swords. Yeah. And again, strength. Jesus. Like, his superpower is his voice. Mind you, in this card, the strength card is a card of meekness, not weakness, meekness. The woman is not in the traditional depiction of the strength card from the Rider-Waite system. It shows a woman and her hands are sort of on the lion's mouth and is sort of clasping it shut. She is controlling the rage. She is using restraint, or she is restraining the beast, taming the beast. She is not doing it with force. The lion could easily kill her. And yet, she's using that energy of meekness. The Bible says, a soft answer turneth away wrath. If a person comes to you in anger and you do not approach them in that same energy that you receive, the escalation, the situation could de-escalate. So it's not like they come to you angry, you go to them angry, now there's a fight. So there is this taming, this strength. What is his strength? His strength is, as again, the soft answer, the voice. That's his. The seductress has to tempt you to come in. I can do this, I can do that. And mind you, Medusa sometimes is depicted as a person who is surrounded by treasure. So, this is a person who is in a situation that can give you things that you think, oh, I need to go towards the Medusa because she has X, Y, and Z. This is the Emperor. The Emperor has the keys. The Emperor is the person in charge. He has the resources. This is where you need to go to get anything it is you want to get. Now, sadly, you don't actually get anything. You get got, but you don't get much. Because here's the death card. Then everything changes. This is like a major, major, major change. And it would be fine if it was surrounded by something good. But here's the heartbreak, the betrayal, the sadness, the separation. He lured you in with that superpower. And then you had nothing but anxiety and stress and worry. So why is he the Medusa? Because he is the temptress. And not because he is tempting you. His position is tempting you. Oh, wow. I just pieced that together. Okay, so it's very interesting. This is kind of like taking candy from a baby type thing. You think it's easy because I'm gonna be a little insulting. If you don't like it, close your ears. He's idiot. He's an idiot. And so you see that and you think, oh, he's actually kind of stupid. So let me go over here and get what I want. Right? Because he's there. You can get what you want out of him. He doesn't know. Just put it on his desk. He's not going to read it. Just let him sign it. Take a picture of him, sign it. He feels good about it with his little scribble scrabble name. It's just a bunch of lines up and down. He's going to feel good about that. Right? You go towards him. You think you're going to get what you want, then you get got. So it's kind of like they see a vulnerable person and then they try to sneak in for the kill. And then they get got. You get what's coming to you for being an underhanded person in the first place. Jealousy is not just, I don't like you because you have. I don't like you because you have what I want. So you go forward and you're trying to grab all you can, and the greed and the lust and the avarice draws you closer and closer and closer to this person that you think has it all. And then you get got. That is why Not just because Trump is toxic, but because karma is working a little faster on some other people than it is on him. Donald Trump has a message to deliver. He's needed right now, unfortunately. But these other people, karma is working very fast for you, for some of them anyway. And the closer you got to that man, because you wanted to get what you wanted, because you thought he was the fool, and he's an impulsive person, and he's going to sign whatever I put on his desk. All of that is true. But karma knows you did it just to take advantage of him. Karma's a bitch, and she knows where you live.